You know, we're in this absolute golden age of AI, right? But what if the next big thing isn't about creating something totally new? What if it's about creating an expert version of you? Yeah, today we're going to look at an AI that basically clones your knowledge and turns all your documents into your own personal research assistant.
Come on, you've totally been there. You're staring at this mountain of research papers, or maybe a super dense contract, or just, a long string of your own messy notes. There is never, ever enough time to actually sit down and read it all. But what if you could just absorb all that info while you're doing something else entirely?
Well, that's exactly where Google's Notebook LM comes in. And you got to think of it differently. It's not some all-knowing oracle. Nope, it's your own personal AI expert. An expert that you train, an expert that only knows what you tell it to know. It's a tool that's built from the ground up to tackle that feeling of information overload.
Okay, so what's the big difference here? Well, you know a general AI like ChatGPT, right? It pulls from the entire internet. And because of that, it can sometimes, it can hallucinate. It can make things up. NotebookLM is totally different. It's grounded in your source material. You upload your docs, and that's it. That becomes its entire universe. It can only work with the facts you've already given it.
So there's actually a name for this concept. It's called a grounded AI. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like a walled garden. You provide the seeds, your documents, your PDFs, your notes, and the AI can only grow knowledge inside those walls. It can't, and it won't, peek over the wall for info from the outside world. And that's what makes it so incredibly reliable.
Now, look, summarizing and answering questions about your documents, that's useful for sure. But there is one feature that is just blowing up online right now. And it's turning this tool from something that's kind of useful into something truly revolutionary.
And here it is. It's called the Audio Overview. And get this, with just a single click, Notebook LM takes all that dense text you uploaded and completely transforms it. And I don't mean it just turns it into an audiobook. No. It turns it into a conversation. And when I say conversation, I don't just mean some robotic voice reading your text out loud. We are talking about a two-host podcast. The AI hosts actually banter with each other. They interrupt one another. They use these really human-like metaphors to explain complicated points. It is shockingly human, and it can turn the absolute driest material into a really engaging, listenable summary.
So here's the really crucial part. How this actually fits into your life. Think about it. That super dense academic paper, or even your own rough notes for a project, that cannot become a 10-minute podcast that you listen to on your commute or while you're out for a walk or at the gym. This completely changed the game for how you can interact with information.
All right, so you're probably wondering, how do I actually do this? Well, it's surprisingly simple. It's really just 4 easy steps.
Okay, so first, you just create a new notebook. Easy enough. Then step 2, you add your sources, and you can add up to 50 at once, which is amazing. It can be PDFs, text files, or even just text you've copied from a website. From there, you can actually chat with your documents, ask for summaries or for a study guide. And then finally, the magic button. You hit Generate Audio Overview. Oh, and check this out. This brilliantly shows you just how reliable the tool is. When you're chatting with your documents, the AI gives you citations. It shows you the exact sentence in your source material where it found the answer. So there's no more guessing if the AI is telling the truth. It literally shows you the receipts. Just a quick heads up though. Once you hit Generate, the audio takes about, say, 3 to 5 minutes to bake. So it's the perfect amount of time to go grab a coffee, and by the time you get back, your personal podcast will be ready to go.
Okay, so you've made your first audio overview. That's awesome. Now, let's get into the pro tips. Let's talk about how you can take this from just a fun novelty to a seriously powerful tool for research and for creating content. All right, this is the most important rule you need to remember. The quality of the audio you get out is 100% tied to the quality of the text you put in. You know the saying, garbage in, garbage out. If you feed the AI messy, disorganized notes, you're going to get a confused, rambling podcast. So how do you get those amazing results? Well, first, curate your sources. Feed it well-structured articles, not your messy notes, for a really professional output. Second, for all you creators out there, this is a fantastic way to remix old content. Turn old blog posts or video scripts into fresh, new audio. And my personal favorite is what I'm calling the script hack. You can literally write a script to guide the conversation, basically directing your AI hosts like they're actors to discuss exactly what you want in the exact order you want. So when you put all this together, you can see why some people are calling this the lazy genius hack. And it's not really about being lazy, right?
It's about being incredibly efficient. It's about offloading the active work of reading so your brain can focus on the important part, understanding, all while you're doing something else.
Really, what we're looking at here is a fundamental shift in how we consume information. This tool takes the very active, very focused task of reading and just transforms it into the passive, multitasking-friendly activity of listening. It's basically turning research into a conversation.
I mean, just think about it. For students who are cramming for an exam, for researchers trying to synthesize a bunch of papers, or for creators brainstorming ideas, this is an absolute game changer. It's all about leveraging your downtime to become an expert. It really is the ultimate productivity hack for any smart, efficient learner out there.
So, that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Forget about that reading list that you know you're never going to get to. If you could upload just a few documents and a few minutes later listen to an expert-level conversation all about them, what topic would you choose first? What new world would you want to understand by the end of your day?